Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin market as usual on Mondays. So we have some changes on the daily chart and on the weekly chart, and these changes mostly are bullish. So in general, we are not prepared yet the update of the sentiment analysis on the Bitcoin market in December, but already we could say that we see some improving situation around concerning interest to the Bitcoin, because if you'll take a look at the trading volumes on the ICE exchange with the backed futures, the options, settlement options, delivery options on the Bitcoin, you'll see that the trading volume is growing, and in December it has reached the all-time high. Maybe its overall trading volume is not really very significant, but it gradually is growing. It means that investors are testing the cryptocurrencies, what they are, how to trade it, what the specific of the market. So definitely no hedge fund or institutional investor will put a lot of money in some trading instrument and some trading asset that has not been tested. It needs to understand its features first before taking the big positions in it. And we suggest that currently, as the trading volume is rising, we think that market starts to test, I mean, not cryptocurrency market, but wider understanding of the market. I mean, institutional investors who trade in general on the classic markets is trying to test the cryptocurrencies as well. So in that really provide us some hope in the next year that probably there we could see some improvement, because currently the major key to the Bitcoin performance is the money of the institutional investors. If they will come on market, then we will see a rally on the market. If not, on this case, currently the development, the progress of this topic of the cryptocurrencies stands right now in some kind of the dead way. So anything that could be improved and invented currently were invented, and market currently stands just independence on the attention of the people who are not involved yet in the trading with the cryptocurrencies. So what we have on the weekly chart? On the weekly we have one important detail. Take a look that recent week, although it has not provided the big action, but take a look, here's an important moment has happened. This is the wash and rinse of these previous lows. So if you remember last week, our suggestion was that market should take it out of these lows because the price behavior inside of this action was bearish. Market wasn't able to turn up from the major support. That led us to suggest that market should drop lower. But at the same time, although we said that probably it could be the butterfly on the daily, market has stopped downward action right on the intraday XOP. So in fact, it has just reached the previous bottom. And the price action that we saw after that, you can see that was clear wash and rinse, grabbing the stops below these lows and return and back up. So this setup already has formed daily trading scenario last week, and as you know, our forum member Roger had provided the update on this. So really cool update was on the Bitcoin market. But at the same time, on the weekly chart, this setup stands as well, and in general it gives chances on the further upward continuation on the Bitcoin market. Second moment that we will take a look at here is take a look at our hash ribbons indicator. We'll continue our experiment with that, and it should show the end of the miners capitulation with the rising of the hash rate. So as it will show you on the daily chart, the hash rate starts to rise, and I think that if not on this week, but maybe on the next week, we will get this some kind of the buy signal by the crossing of the average lines of the hash rate. So currently we don't have the signal yet. That's most important things that we have on the weekly. And take a look at on the weekly chart, guys, market still coiling around major 618 support. Yes, it has broken it slightly, but these fluctuations is not really big for weekly chart, and we could say that this support area is still working, still valid. On the daily chart, take a look what we have with this again wash and rinse of these lows has happened here. Guys, I have turned to Bitfinex quotes, guys, because when I have used the Coinbase, I was confused with this price behavior, because if you remember on the Coinbase chart, our ABCD pattern, initial ABCD, has not reached the XOP target. And we said, well, probably some wash and rinse should happen, or the market should drop lower to complete the XOP. That was, by the way, the reason why here we were expecting the butterfly, because butterfly on the Coinbase quotes should lead to completion of this XOP target. But when I saw that market has not reached it and turns up again, that confused me a bit, and I have decided to check the quotes by the different quote providers and different exchanges and take a look on the Bitfinex. Our ABCD target already has been hit, 66.44 by Bitfinex quotes, and it was reached right here. Its lows here was 66.18. So here's XOP already has been tested. That's why this action takes absolutely different sense on the background that XOP already is completed, and that makes us think and take different view on the market. So take a look. Trend here by the MACD indicator has turned bullish. Here you probably definitely will find the divergence by the MACD, I suppose. We've got the same wash and rinse that already has been mentioned, but take a look also, guys. This action has become the reversal session. So market creates the new lows but closes above the top, and actually it engulfs all the previous week here with this upward action. That's really strong action. Here's we got minor continuation. The COP target of the intraday pattern has been completed, and now market stands at the resistance. So that is the major 30% level from this top, this bottom, 30% retracement. And take a look, market is entering, trying to break through and return right back up inside of this previous consolidation. If this will be possible, then market will proceed higher right to the 618, 84, 30 area approximately. So what does it mean? It means that here we considered two moments. First, today probably we should get some pullback here because this is agreement resistance, and some reaction probably should follow, but it should be not too strong because market stands at this good pace to the upside. Market is not at overbought, and market has hit just minor target on the daily on the intraday charts. That's why the pullback here probably should be not very significant. I suppose it should be somewhere 72 even, somewhere in this area. Second moment, here the price action is very typical for the double bottom pattern. In the double bottom, usually market shows sharp reversal and showing wash and rinse on the second bottom. So this price behavior is very typical for a double bottom. In this case, you could count on the possible upward continuation somewhere to the 87, 86 area potentially. So not today, not maybe tomorrow, but potentially double bottom, as you know, its target stands equal to its depth. So counting from the neckline to the upside, that gives us approximately 86 area, which is close to the 618 resistance, or it would be better if I will use levels from this top, precisely could be somewhere near this 618 resistance. So doubling of the depth of the double bottoms counting to the upside will give it approximately this area. But currently we're watching, guys, for this situation. On the 4 time frame chart, you could see that market has completed just our ABC top XOP at 65 even. Remember, we talked about it. And recall what we said, XOP stands slightly below these lows. And that's the reason why the market just dropped a bit lower and then returned it back up. So here is level that we will keep an eye on this retracement. I would suggest that should be somewhere 71.80, 72.70. There's two levels. 30% from this low to this top, 618 support from this low to the same top. It's two levels, stands very close. It also corresponds to this previous lows as well as the B point, the former B point. And after that, I would suggest that here we could consider possible taking the long position, especially if we will get some kind of the gutless cheaper to buy or something of that sort. So that's approximately our view on the Bitcoin market in the nearest few sessions.